tell me how to handle this, guys. I'm in a bit of a weird spot. So I'm in West Lynn, okay? And I have a unique truck. Ford had made me and given me as a sponsorship a truck. But they made, I've never seen one just like it. It's not overly different. You put a lift on it, they put some tires on it, they black this out. It's just one of these things where it kind of stands out. West Lynn isn't an overly big town. I believe we have 48,000 and change. But I've been here for 47 years. So if I just met 1,000 people per year, one way or another, I would know about everybody in town. Now, I only share with you that if you saw my truck, you'll know there's Chael. Or if in this case you hit my truck, you would know that was Chael. And that for reasons that are wrong, by the way. If you hit my truck, I would check on you. I would say, are you okay? But that might not be the perception of everybody in town. Particularly, it's a little after 10 p.m., right? The fight's just ended. I mean, I'm just sharing for you. There are reasons that a guy would hit my truck, realize what he did, and leave. I would forgive him. I would understand. I would not tattle on him. I would understand. But I would also see him, and I would know who it was. And it's one of those situations. This one's a little bit different because got the license plate. And these were other folks. They come up to the studio and they said, hey, we saw this and here's what happened. They give me these photographs of the license plate, and it's a Washington license plate. Now, Washington is about 30 minutes from where I'm at right now, 27 miles to get there. It could have been somebody visiting, came over for dinner, crossed the bridge, coming to West Lynn. It could have been somebody visiting, or it could be deeper in Washington and I'm completely off base. It was also a gal. It wasn't a guy. And what do I do about that? What do I do about that? I don't really need anything, but I can't also make an excuse. I could have done that for a guy. For the go, I don't want to tell him. Or, hey, I know him. I gotta go. I'll call him. I can make a case for that. If it was an Oregon plate, I would have assumed it was somebody from West Lynn. Whether I was right or wrong, but I would have assumed that. And I would assume that I would be hearing from them. But this is somebody from out of town. And this was a gal. I don't believe that she thought, I hit Chael's truck. And telling old Chael is going to be hazardous to my health. I don't think any of those things. I don't think she has any idea whose truck she hit. I think she hit a truck and then drove away, which is a hit and run. Pretty slimy thing to do to a guy. So what am I going to do about that? I can't see a scenario where I call the police. I can't see a scenario where I go in and here's her license plate, and I can't imagine doing that. But in fairness, what are my other options? If I had a description of the pickup truck, maybe that would be helpful, but I don't. I was told this. Some guys on the street, they saw it. They snapped the picture. I thought they said she was in a truck. They did say it was a gal. They said they were yelling. They were yelling and trying to stop her. And there was another car that also tried to stop her and was pointing, and she went around them. And it was pretty clear trying to get out of there, which adds to the right. Silly me is a pretty good defense. It wouldn't work. It'd be a lie, but it's a pretty good one. I'd let you slide on it. If it was me, I would let you. Oh my God, did I hit your? What's that? A truck that I hit? God, yeah, man. It's dark out, and I'm not used to this rig that I'm driving. Did I hit something? Oh, wow. Like, if you give that performance well enough, okay, I'm going to grade the performance. I already know the material is dishonest. I'm going to grade the performance. If you're pretty good at it, call it good. Call it even. But that isn't quite what happened here. So, I'm going to put the plate out there. It's a small world. I think they'll reach out to me. When I'm asking what I should do, I can't imagine that I would go to the police. I can't really imagine a scenario where I would do that. How do you do that, by the way? How? I don't know the number to the police. I only know 911. And this most certainly is not an emergency, so I'm not going to tie up that line. Do I drive into the police station? That really feels weird. I couldn't imagine driving to the police station and then I turn in a girl. I could not imagine that. But I would like her to have to apologize to me. I'd like her to have to confess it to me and give her best performance as to why she fled the scene. She could have an emergency. Maybe it's not silly me. Maybe it's not silly me. I hit the truck. Oh, God, I didn't know. Maybe it's I had to get somewhere. I was hoping you'd contact. I've actually been looking for you. This is great news that you found me. I've been trying to find you. God, I was in an emergency that night, and that's just it's been keeping me up. Man, I would go for that. Again, it would be the performance. She's going to have to perform this well. She's going to have to show me the respect that she's worked in front of a mirror and practiced it a few times. You ever hear somebody tell you that they're at a club and they weren't doing anything at all, and a fight breaks out? Have you ever heard them? The two people get in a fight, and it's particularly the guy that won. What were you doing? Man, I wasn't doing anything. I didn't do anything at all. It's like every single time they tell that. That actually happened to me. Not only was I doing nothing, I was the guest. I was the guest in a club at a casino, but we had just put on an event. I'm doing business there. Then they're taking me out that night. I'm with my mom. I get drilled. Boom. I get drilled hard. I'm with my mom. It's dark in there. It's whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. I'm with my mom. We're kind of just being there because Josh Blacketeer was taking us and he was showing us a good time, and I really appreciated it. But in all fairness, that's why I was there. And I get hit. I'm looking at this guy that hit me, and he's so calm. He hits me. He's that little tank, and he's just calmly walking for the door after he hit me. And he had a haircut like the guy from Bloodsport. You guys remember that? The bad guy in Bloodsport. He had the hair that came back into a ponytail, but it was shaved on the sides. So I don't want to do anything, and Josh tells me, hey, you have to report that. Like, your rules here are different. It's sovereign. I'm a vice president. I saw it. You must report. So I walk to the door. I tell the guy at the door, hey, he hit me. And he's the only guy. He's walking away. He's 50 feet in front of me at this point. He says, who? And I says, he did. And the guy says, who? There's only one person. So I repeated. I think maybe said he hit me, so they have security stop him on the other end. And they come back to me, and all that I can do, like my only step is to press charges or not. These are my only options. And I'm trying to tell Josh, like, hey, man, I really don't want to press charges, but I am curious. Like, if you need me to be satisfied, I give you my word, I will be satisfied. Just tell me why. And again, I can live with any answer. I just want to hear what it is. And it turns out that dude was a gal. And I will tell you, in all fair, and I don't want to hear chauvinistic comments from I'm opening up. I'm telling you a story. This happened. And I couldn't do it. And they wanted me to press charges. They saw it. There's witnesses. It's on camera. Pull the camera. Can't do this. I'm out. I'm not going on record, and I'm not complaining. I'm not saying it changed my night or irritated me or affected me or was a horrible. I'm not saying anything. I have an ego too. So a gal from out of town hit the bad guy and sped away. But hopefully, with this license plate, you guys can find her.